is a threat in the world today. A threat to our way of living, a threat to our society, and maybe even a threat to our very existence. And what is this threat?
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world.
He is the one.
I am.
I am the ass.
He is.
And we are Black and White Sports.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I'm supposed to be the franchise player, and we're in here talking about practice.
How am I not pound the best fighter in the world? You tell me.
Because you're retired?
I mean, I want to see your face when you ask him this question and the way you're going to ask it. Look a man in the eye before you try to kill him or make up something.
He went through my soul.
And I'm not surprised.
Live from the remote layers, it's Wednesday night. That's right, folks. Wednesday night live, powered by First Financial Bank, 317-417-8582, and Rockstar Realty, 317-503-8322. Damon, the one, what is going on?
Hey,
Happy
man, I am
Thanksgiving.
How you going to ask me a question and then completely interrupt me immediately? Now, we haven't even 45 seconds
I don't like pauses.
I didn't even get a chance to pause. I was opening my mouth to answer the question. I like to swallow the saliva so I can talk and not spit on the camera. You know?
Well,
but whatever. Hey, man, I can tell you this. I am 100% in my element, right? So yes. I'm in the kitchen. Yeah, I'm in the kitchen. I'm prepping for the Thanksgiving meal. I am also watching collegiate basketball on the television.
Finally.
Finally. Yes.
Feels like forever ago.
Oh my God. Yes, forever. And you know this? Virginia technically is still the reigning national champion.
Yeah, because nothing was crowned last year.
No, there was no champion.
And they're number 4, right? They're starting off the season at 4th.
Yes, they play in just about an hour.
Is that the Kansas? No, Kansas plays Gonzaga, right? This weekend?
Tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah, man. College hoops is back, and Notre Dame is riding nicely looking into the ACC championship game in football.
Okay.
Now, my basketball team's got a little COVID issue going on, but that's all right. We're still going to be a lot better than we were last year.
Okay.
All right. What do you have, Damon?
I have nothing, bro. I'm ready to get into it, man. We got a stuffed show today. I use the word stuff because it's Thanksgiving and it's stuffing. You know what I'm saying? So what better way to transition yourself into the Thanksgiving festivities that you're not supposed to be attending?
Right.
With a little bit of black and white. So
now, according to our state, we got 25 people we're allowed to have.
That's cool because I think I'm right around 18, 19.
Right. See, I'm about, I don't know, 12.
Yeah, but it's going to be, almost 60 degrees tomorrow here? So that's going to be great.
Is it? Okay.
I think it's going to be like between 55 and 60 from what the odometer wife said.
As long as it's not raining, enjoy the outdoors.
Hey, great. I need it not to rain because ours is on Friday, and I'm smoking my turkeys and briskets tomorrow. So,
I see. There you go. Well,
so it works well for me.
Let's jump right into the get going to the main attractions to the turkeys. Yeah, I'll be quiet and I'll let you roll us in because I am lost right now.
Yeah, he's lost. So we're going to jump right into the Man Cave headlines.
I like it, by the way.
Thank you, sir. It's real sugar tea. quick side note. The boy drank some tea the other day, and he said, "Hey, I thought this was supposed to be sweet tea." And then we both looked at the wife.
Was it unsweetened?
It had some sugar in there.
But it wasn't the full flavor sugar.
Me and him, we like it in between barely bland to less than McDonald's.
Gotcha. That's a major jump.
Yeah.
That's a major jump.
All right, so Man Cave Headlines is brought to you by mybookie.ag. 50% deposit, match up to $1,000 and get 10 free buck bet.
That's right.
Take it.
That's right. And you can bet your ass. That's how we use. That's how we roll. That's what we man, I'm on it tonight, guys.
All right, well, you are the UFC guy, so I'm not even going to try to start the headlines off by butchering these people's name, and plus you've already jacked up. So
it sounds all right. Yeah, okay. So Figueiredo and Shevchenko. I know Shevchenko. I know how to say that. I'm looking at Figueiredo. There you go. Figueiredo and Shevchenko.
The God of War. How about that? The
Bingo.
God of War.
Both retain their belts. The F word is staying in Vegas. Did you see this? Figueiredo.
Yes.
That guy.
Yes.
Figueiredo is staying in Vegas. He's got a turnaround fight in 21 days. Since the fight obviously didn't last long at all, he's going to go ahead and stay in Vegas instead of going to his homeland, Brazil, I believe. And, he's fighting the quickest turnaround for a title holder or contender ever in UFC history, going down there in December. And he will fight Brandon Moreno.
Well, that's kind of cool. And I think it's kind of smart. You know what I mean? You want to stay active. You know what I mean? You want to keep your name, your face in the general public. As you can see with that not happening in boxing with the bigger names because they need those pay-per-view fights. Mm-hmm. You're getting lost with who's fighting, who's not, and all those type of things. So in the UFC, I think it's a very smart idea. And two, another smart idea is he's from Brazil. You don't know what their COVID issues is, what are the travel bans, and especially with the United States in different areas. So if you're here, you might as well stay here. And if you're here, you might as well fight while you're here. So
make that money by the end of the year. Yeah, get you a little Christmas bonus in right before the end of the year. And like you said, I don't know if there's travel bans right now. I mean, obviously there's no travel bans put in right now. However, like you said, in a week, 2 weeks, who knows what's going to happen. And, he's kind of quote unquote safe by being right here in Vegas already.
And in between his next fight, these 21 days or whatever between this fight, he's already in Vegas. So he can be there to watch my man, Nathan Mayhem Madness, get his shit on. Ooh.
There you go. He starts off the fight Friday or Saturday night. This Saturday, guys. Mm-hmm. Nathan Mayhem starts the fight night off against his opponent.
So, yeah, I'm there. I'm on it. I got ESPN. I got ESPN Plus. I got the so I can find it wherever it is. I'm going to be able to watch it. That's that bootleg. I was trying to give you the signal, but you know what I'm saying? So I can find it.
I was off tonight, man. What are you trying to give me a signal for? Right? Just say,
You know what I'm saying? Got that good bootleg, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to watch the fight regardless however it's put out. And I have no basketball conflicts because our game is on Friday, so we are good.
That's awesome. There you go. Now I don't have to text you the whole time.
No, not at all. Not at all. So we get that on Saturday. So we watch Nathan do his damn thing, go 2-0 in the UFC. and then we can transition right over to this ridiculous pay-per-view. And this is, I ain't got nothing against Iron Mike, dude. I love you. I ain't got nothing against Roy Jones, dude. I love you. But I looked at the rules to this fight, and that is some bullshit. But whatever.
Let's be honest. Do you really think those rules are gonna really stand? No,
because I think Mike is gonna accidentally hit Roy, and it's gonna hurt. And Roy is gonna Michael Spinks that bad boy and just take 3 steps and fall down. But that's not the most.
They're both gonna come out. They're both gonna come out. Maybe not slugfest at first, but they're looking to win. You got two former champions. You know, they got hearts of lions and warriors and all that. So they're not going to give up like that too easy.
And this is all how goddamn Rocky 3 started. It's supposed to be an exhibition. If he dies, he dies.
That was 4.
That's the one I'm talking about. So I don't even really care which one it was. At some point in time, they all blend in together.
Wow.
Yeah, because 3 was with Mr.
T. That's what Mickey does.
He said, "You want a real man."
Mickey, yeah.
He said, "Come here. Let me show you what a real man."
Come on, fool. With the Hulk Hogan. What was it? Thunder Lips.
Thunder Lips.
Yeah. That was probably the worst Rocky made, honestly. That and 5.
Dude, that thing was awesome because you know what I'm saying? He's driving the yellow Porsche like 1,000 miles. He's got Mickey flashbacks in the robot. This is amazing. Ooh, I'm gonna get you.
But you're more intrigued with your ex-baller buddy right there.
Oh my God, Nate Robinson, dunk champion, which I don't know how this is possible. Missed 9 dunks in the final round, and he's still a champion. But whatever, we're standing. Nate Robinson of many teams in the NBA is squaring off with a match against YouTuber Jake Paul. Is that what it was? Yeah, Jake Paul. I don't know anything about this guy, but I think he's been on TMZ a couple of headlines, and I just scroll right. Who is this dude? But anyway, Nate Robinson, I hear he's supposed to have some type of boxing technical skill. So, yeah, I'm going to
he
not pay.
He does. Now, I'm not saying he's going to look like a professional boxer in there, but he supposedly does got the basic skills to be in the ring. So we're about to see that.
Well, I am not going to pay $49.98 for this. This is going to be 100%.
I got you. My money to the UFC fight so I can watch my boy Nate.
Yeah. But I don't think it's pay-per-view. I think it's regular fight night. So I think this is
well, I know his is regardless. Yeah, his is regardless. I think his is actually on either the Plus or 2 or it's something.
Yeah, I got him, so I'm good.
Yep. All the Espins.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, moving on.
All right, so match 3. Match number 3 is happening. If you don't like football or basketball, which is a ton of this Thanksgiving weekend, here's some golf for you. Gave you some golf. You got the match 3, which is Charles Barkley and Phil Mickelson versus Steph Curry and Peyton Manning Friday afternoon, sometime
Friday afternoon, I believe. About 2:00, I think, maybe. I could be totally wrong. I'm just making that time up, but I think it's more towards the early of the afternoon.
I'll be in Carmel. Nice. No, this should be interesting. You know what I'm saying? I'm more how bad. I mean, this is going to show you how great Phil Mickelson is when he beats both Steph and Peyton by himself, carrying Charles Barkley.
I just want to see Sir Charles's swing. I've seen a couple of his swings. It's like, what in the hell, man? I thought I was bad.
Bro, there's nothing on earth that bad. I mean, I don't know what that is. That's like a drunk lawnmower.
There you go. That's a good way to put it.
As I take a sip of my bourbon.
Well, I like the decaffeinated coffee when it's 30 degrees out, man. I can't get the jitters at 8 o'clock. What?
Technical foul on Mr. Danny White. What the hell is decaffeinated coffee?
Oh, wait a minute. I know I got some over the pond tea that I should be making.
I mean, that's fine too. But, you know what I mean? Like, we might have to review targeting on this because what the hell is decaffeinated coffee? Why? What's the point?
Just the taste, man. It's the warmth. It's the warmth. I don't have any hot chocolate. I don't do hot chocolate. I just said I don't have any.
Drink tea.
I now remember that I have that.
But hold on. Is that a to-go cup? So you like went to the gas station and got decaffeinated?
No.
That's your cup.
Yeah,
okay.
This is a nice piece of handmade stuff right here.
All right, I'm watching you.
Don't say Speedway on it. Circle K. F1,
right.
Lewis Hamilton to be knighted by the Queen. I mean, why not? We got Lord Ice Cube now because he owns a piece of land in Scotland. So why not knight the guy?
Which is so funny because we just found our castle house. All we need is $3 million.
Oh, that's it? Got it.
That's it. It even comes with a moat.
Oh, hell yeah. You got to put gators in it.
They can't survive that climate.
What climate?
It's across the pond, bro. It's like, I'm over here. It was like Lord Dorrington.
We put snakes. Put snakes in it.
Loch Ness.
There you go.
But no, that's some cool shit. But my question that I asked, because I don't know, but he kind of gives me that feel by his choice of hairstyle.
Yes. He does have brother in him.
Okay. What did I put in there? Blackish? Is he blackish?
Yeah, I like the way you put it. At first, I thought you were talking about the TV show. I'm like, I don't get it. And then I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. He doesn't get it.
So, yeah, I was not aware. So, obviously, I'm going to say that's pretty cool.
Lewis Hamilton now has a new fan.
Yes, yes, he does. He absolutely does. And you want to say, why are you a fan? They're going to say you're a fan because he's blackish. And I'm going to say you're absolutely correct.
Because there's not many choices in racing.
Right. So I think it's pretty cool. And it makes me wonder how many brothers.
And he's in open wheel.
Yes, open wheel. Bet
he knows.
Yeah. So I'm curious to know how many brothers have been, knighted. So that's
Martin Lawrence was in the Black Knight. Yeah, I don't know after that.
Oh man.
I told you I'm on one tonight, brother. I got a 4-day weekend ahead of me. And I'm looking forward to getting fat for one last weekend.
Woo. That one was tough to deal with.
I'm on it, D.
If any of our beautiful followers happen to know that answer, that would be great because I am curious to know how many bruhs. I bet you Idris Elba. I bet you he's been knighted.
I would think Willie T. Ribs just for the name, man. I would knight him just for the name.
And I bet you his ribs suck.
Ain't no king rib around here.
All right, so Dan, I have no idea what you're talking about on your comment because it's hilarious.
What?
But Toronto Raptors are starting their upcoming NBA season in Tampa.
Oh, I just put Bubble 2.0. Here we go, because what's getting ready to happen in the world, we all see it coming. It is what it is. We're going to have to deal with it and pull together to get through it. But we might actually this time around have full seasons of sports because of the bubble. And with this is telling me, honestly, this is telling me that the stuff's coming because they're getting out of Canada and they're getting into the States to quarantine. And they're doing the same thing that boy in the UFC is doing, that's from Brazil, is staying in Vegas. They want to make sure that they have the opportunity to play.
So you just used wrong terminology when you said bubble, because they're not going to be in the bubble. They're going to be traveling to the different states.
Their
designated
they
season.
have a bubble because they can't play a home game.
Well, Tampa is their home game.
Come on now.
So
Come on now. Who's going to be home? Who's really going to be home when they're playing Miami? Come on, man.
Miami.
Exactly.
But they're all not playing down there. All the teams are in their regular cities.
I know that, but Toronto is not having a home game. They have to play in Tampa.
Right.
Yes.
Home games are Tampa. They're now for the start of the season, the Tampa Bay the Toronto Raptors via Tampa Bay somebody's. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a bubble.
So that's okay. Maybe Toronto's getting ready to sell the team to Tampa Bay so they don't have a Canadian team. I don't know. I'm throwing total shit out right now, folks.
Yeah,
at least I'll admit it. At least
I get it. I get it. All of what you said was absolutely great, except for the word bubble.
Well,
because I agree 100%. They're trying to stay in the States in case some type of travel ban happens, because they had issues with that earlier with videos and artists and stars and shit. So, kudos. Way to make a deal. Tampa. Way to go, Tampa.
Yeah, they did it. They got everything going on. Somebody's drinking the Kool-Aid down in Tampa Bay this year, I'm telling you.
Yeah, and a whole lot of people was drinking it. They getting poisoned by that Brady punch.
Man.
Ooh, that's a little early.
He said it now.
All-Star game.
Yes, 2024. Indianapolis lands. The rescheduled All-Star game was just announced. It's coming here in Indy 2024 because they were supposed to be here. Was it this year or it was this year? Yes, it was this past season. They were supposed to be here, or was it this season coming? Was it 2020 or 2021?
2021.
Okay, so
I was trying to visual read.
I got you. You were trying to multitask on me. You can't do that because it freaks me out.
Yeah, because I wasn't doing it very well at all.
So they rescheduled our invitation to getting the All-Star game to 2024. Just saw that earlier. Thought I'd mention it because it is the hometown. Go Indy.
Yeah, that's all great. I want to go. So that's the end of the result. Courtney, whatever. She has to give this a technical term, but we still know how many have been black and how many have not been damn black.
Trevin Davis has a question. Thoughts on the Ravens and Steelers game being moved to Sunday. Stay with us because we will be getting to that shortly, sir. Thank you.
Well, in about 33 minutes.
Hey, stick with us. We got a lot of stuff, but we're going to get to it.
Because it's NFL season. NFL season is really, really popping. So we like to end with that. But
Because you got to stay for our picks, man. You got to stay for our picks.
But just to give you a little prelim, I think it's bullshit. All right, so let's keep it moving.
Chicago Blackhawks making some waves with their female coaching and player position. What do they call it? The player growth. Yes.
Player development.
Player development. That was what I was looking for when I took the note in. I can't remember exactly who they hired. It was a girl from the Olympic team that they hired to be their third female coach or player developmental type person of the thing. It is BS. You're damn right, Trevin. Thank you.
You're 16. Watch your mouth.
Oh, I can't be doing he said BS. He didn't say the whole thing.
I'm just being the old wrinkled guy.
Oh, well, he's shining tonight, folks. He shines every night. It doesn't matter where he's at, what he's doing. The one shines. Cool boy. Oh,
those are fireworks, folks. Those are fireworks. No, that's pretty absolutely goddamn cool. Like I said last week with the all African American refereeing staff at the football, right now race and gender is really big in all of society. So anything that they do is, yes, it's cool, but it's blown way higher.
Yeah. We're not sitting there saying, we're not sitting there just completely electrifying the fact that it's, oh my gosh, they got 3 women. Okay. If they're qualified regardless.
That's how I look at it. Just like Vanderbilt coming up this weekend could have the possibility of being the first Power 5 conference to have a female player play in a football game. They have been stricken by the COVID there in their special teams area, especially their kicking. So this female soccer player who's pretty damn good from what I understand has been practicing kicking field goals with the team and will travel.
Nice. Hey, go for it, man. Kick it. Kick the ball.
Since we're throwing gender race news out there, just I got some too.
Uh-oh. What is that? Your Michael
Jackson? That was my mic. Yes, that was my mic.
Wow. Oh, man, that hurt me. God, man, killing me, Smalls.
All right, so, hey, brother, why don't you tell the people how they can get a hold of us?
Well, you can get a hold of us on all social media platforms, through all podcast platforms, through YouTube, through everything, BW Sports 1, and go to bwsports1.com, and also info.bwsports1@gmail.com. If you're looking to up your marketing and your visibility is the word I was looking for. If you're looking to up your visibility as a brand or a company, we're here to help. We are here to help. info.bwsports1@gmail.com today.
Awesome. Great job, bro.
Not tomorrow, because I am going to take a day off.
You can still email.
True.
We'll just get you on the next business day.
I don't know. I might be sitting there not wanting to do anything else, and I just happen to go like, oh, let me look. Oh, God.
Okay. Maybe, all right, between Saturday and Monday. How about that?
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We're quick to get back with you. That's what he's saying.
All right, so let's jump into some college football. So the FBS poll came out yesterday. Lot to talk about. First, what are you doing? Are you talking? I can't hear you.
Yes, I was.
Oh my God. I look up and whatever. Okay, so lots to talk about with this, but the first thing I want to say is with the barely win by OSU the non-playing and the already loss of Clemson and the straight beatdown that the Tide is giving everybody, they were unanimously selected to be number one overall of everything. All 62 votes for first place went to Alabama.
And I would say the reasoning, honestly, is Notre Dame was off. Now, I'm not saying that they deserve number one, but I'm saying that they probably would have gotten at least one vote, possibly a second vote this week, had they actually had a game. They were off. Now they actually play, listen to this, Friday against North Carolina.
That's going to be a good game.
No, I don't.
Game you should win. It's going to be a good game.
I really don't think it is. I think that Notre Dame is actually it might be for the first half, but I've seen too many holes in North Carolina's defense that Notre Dame should not have any problem with, especially come after halftime.
Okay. So the top six was Alabama, Notre Dame, Clemson, Ohio State, Texas A&M, and Florida. One thing that really jumps out in that top six to me is that they put and this is where it really contradicts. I think there's an echo. Do you hear that?
Nope.
Okay. This is
Must be on your side.
I don't know where I'm hearing it from because this is the only volume that I get. But anyway, so that they put a one-loss Clemson team over a still undefeated OSU team, but
4 games.
Okay, shut up. This is where you go. This is the only time that you're gonna ever hear me for any stick up or have any backing for any team that's outside the Power Five when it comes to the rankings of the top six. When it comes to the FBS, is BYU. How is BYU 14 in the college football playoff behind two teams with 2 losses and about
Preach,
3 teams and about with your talking and about 3 to 4 teams with about 3 to 4 less games. Now I told you. What did I tell you? You said no. Cincinnati, BYU, they undefeated. They gonna get all this because of this.
I didn't say. Now,
what did I tell you?
Like switching my words to make you sound a little smarter than you halfway are. What I said was they should be higher than certain teams because of their record, not necessarily because who they played. Because we had that conversation.
I told you. What did I tell you was gonna happen? What did I tell you I was going? I was really surprised that Cincinnati stayed where they were. I figured that they would probably drop.
They're good, man.
I think the thing with them was that win last weekend against UFC. I think that win kept them where they were and not falling further behind like BYU did. You know, granted, BYU's has a lot of things that's gone against them with scheduling coming up this year. I get it. Right. You put it in front of you. You beat who they put in front of you. I get it. I understand that. But if you're going to not take scheduling into play when you're doing the top 5 or the top 3, then it should take the same precedent later on in that top 10 or in that next 5. BYU should not be 14.
No, they're 7-0?
Yeah, it should not be.
Yeah, they're undefeated. They should be up in the top 10, period. And you actually look at the top 6 or the outside the top 6, well, including Clemson. If you look farther down the line, those teams that have been beaten, those 1-loss teams, have been beaten by the number 1, the number 2, or the number 3 team. It's crazy. And that's how good the season actually is this year. It's turned out a lot better than what I thought it would be.
That I still think in any of these collegiate sports, even all the way down to the high school level, that it's going to be the winner is going to be a winner of endurance. Whoever can stay the healthiest at the right time. Like, as you can already see it down on the local level, like Carmel and Noblesville girls, they've already had to reschedule because Noblesville doesn't have enough players. You know what I'm saying? He's already affected. It's going to come down to what is this going to happen? I know they got these vaccines or whatever, but it's going to come down to in these months when it comes to getting ready for those state runs. How many teams are going to have their players, their best players? You know what I mean? It's different in college and in the pros and throwing your roster out there. Hey, man, all y'all can play. High school ain't like that.
Right.
There's about 3 to 4 good players on every high school team.
At least 2.
At least 2.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? After that, just think, say Noblesville. You know what I mean? They got a whole roster. But if that one player, if Ashland becomes, God forsake it, has an injury or a health issue or whatever, if she's not on that team, man, they probably don't win a game.
And that's part of the morale, and especially high school sports. I mean, they're still young, You guys are not you guys, but a lot of people's got to take into consideration they are still young. I mean, they are 14 through 18 years old. They're young. They don't know how to necessarily. I don't want to use the word adversity, but they don't want to. I'm poking the bear now. They don't. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's a lot more emotion and love for the games, and just that much more intense, I think, which makes things worse.
I get what you're saying. I got you, brother.
That's why I got you. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, from all in all, it kind of just fell out to exactly how I anticipated it would come out to be. Maybe flip flop. OSU and Clemson, but either way, I don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Because we know that they value Clemson much, even though they have, 3 5-star quarterbacks behind Trevor Lawrence. They know they evaluate that whole football team on him playing or him not playing. So, and that's beside the point if they didn't lose with him or without him, regardless. I just know they evaluate that team differently with him or without him. So with that, I don't really have a problem with. I think Florida is in a prime spot. They can be that second SEC team in from where they're at because Ohio State still has to play Northwestern.
And that they got a team this year. Now, other than Wisconsin,
I just wanted to throw that out there. I'm sorry.
Other than Wisconsin, they haven't really played much of anybody. But
you beat who you beat.
You beat who you beat, like you said. I mean, see, we kind of flip flop each week on how we feel somewhat because you're starting to come to my side on things, and I feel your side on things.
I mean, I still believe you beat who you beat, but the Big Ten, they're Northwestern. They're in the Big Ten. So every school that I feel in the Big Ten should be able to handle any school that's not in a Power 5 conference. That goes for the scrub-ass teams in the Big 12 and in the Pac-12. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be able to go beat the goddamn Ball State. You should go beat a Cincinnati, even though Cincinnati is really good, but you should go beat them, period.
See, I'm surprised, honestly, that Cincinnati did not actually move into the Big Ten when they made their all those,
Hey, you see how quick UConn got right out of that AAC for their girls? Hey, that ain't doing you no good. You win 90 regular season games in a row. That's not making your program good. You know what I'm saying? They ain't won it in the last couple of years either, have they?
No, because they've been playing real other teams.
Hey, just saying. You know what I mean? This is different. You got to play Muffy.
Right.
Muffet. I apologize. So anything else on that top 10?
No, not on the top 10.
All right. So IU fans, do not be discouraged with that loss, because over the last 3.5 seasons, you have been building a football program. The question is IU the next trending program in the Big Ten?
I would have to say yes, because of their coach and their culture now. I think they have a very good coach who brings a winning culture mindset to his players, that knows how to connect with those young athletes, that knows how to get them to do what needs to be done on the field. And you saw it last Saturday. I was actually watching this game with Brad the Italian. And I was at his house, and we started watching. It was third quarter. I'm sorry, second half, and I couldn't believe though when they fumbled the ball going into. It was like 1st and goal. It was late, and IU fumbles the ball. It's like, oh my God! And it was because he was switching hands. He ran around the ref, didn't touch the ref. It was really close. Didn't touch the ref, but as he went to switch hands, the ball comes loose. It's like, dude, it's raining, man. Just hold on to it. You're right there. Just hold on to it.
I think they tried it one too many times, because they just executed it earlier. So the next time you come around, but that's here nor there. Hey, you got a good thing going on in IU, and you've been in this position before several times over the past 10 to 15 seasons. The problem is you don't pay them. But I think you got a thing going on with Tom Allen up there at Bloomington. He wants to be there. They want him there. He's recruiting heavily out of the Florida area. And this is a really good foundational program. And I just want to say this. Michigan always wins. Who is their running back coach at IU? That'd be one Mike Hart, who is the all-time rushing leader at the University of Michigan.
I'm so glad you have something to stand on this year.
Yes. So don't fret, IU fans. You have a good thing going on, and you should be pretty happy with yourself.
There you go. Number 11, Northwestern. Just talked about.
They're eight in the football poll. Yeah, yep. They're 8.
So 11 in the AP. Then you have them 8th in the football playoffs.
Yeah, at this point, I can care less about the AP. It's all
I'm with you. It's on the playoffs now. So they're 8. Moved from 19th to 8th. I'm not even – man, you tried to snack me up, didn't you?
Oh, fucking Tony is retarded, man. All right, so, yes, bro. What is going on?
We already kind of talked about that. There are
the other Dabo?
No, never mind. Move on to Dabo.
Yeah, we're moving on to Dabo. Dabo is hot right now at the University of Florida, suck-ass state. So apparently, so what I gather is their individual university protocols, not the ACC, but the university protocols for the COVID didn't align, so Florida State pulled out of the game. Is that how I understand that correctly?
I believe so. You know, I kind of caught snippets of it. I don't know. You know what? Like I said in the thing, yeah, you might be scared to play them, but you know what? It's not like Florida State is not your biggest rival. It's not South Carolina pulling out of the rivalry game, man. Florida State sucks. What do you need to play another suck-ass team for?
Listen. What he wants to do, he wants to return the favor to the University of Florida State.
It's actually Florida State University.
I don't give the crap what they are because I'm not a fan of them either. The best thing to come out of Florida, the University of Florida State, or whatever it is.
Florida State University.
Whatever it is. The best thing to come out of there is Deion Sanders. Other than that, it's a crappy ass school.
Not Chris Winkie?
No, not even their Heisman Trophy winner, Charlie Ward. You know what I mean, I can care less. I can care less about Florida State. What Dabo wants to do is repay all those ass whoopings that Florida State delivered to Clemson back when Clemson wasn't good and Florida State was good. He just wants to give it back, and he feels that he's being robbed out of that joy of returning those ass whoopings.
Well, get over it, dude.
I'm commending. Yes. Go get him. Call him out. You scared to get your ass whooped because I'm better.
I get that part, but who cares?
Prime time didn't have to hit. You don't have to hit where they don't throw the ball at you, bro. You ain't got to tackle when your presence keeps them from throwing the ball at you.
Jesus. Whatever.
Prime time he's the greatest quarterback of all cornerbackdom.
Yeah, that's besides the point. No, he's not the greatest, but we're not going to go there tonight.
He's not the greatest quarterback of all time?
He's up there. He's not the greatest.
Oh, yeah. That I would love to hear you think.
I'm not getting into it tonight because we got too much shit to go over, and that ain't one of them. You put that on my notes next week, and we will talk our asses.
Because we know you're not going to say it's a Michigan boy, Charles Woodson, so we're definitely going to say. But anyway,
moving on.
He's going to say something like Daryl Green or some shit like that.
Nope. I'm not going to tell you that.
He might say some retarded ass Eagle. That's what he's probably going to say.
Nope. You're trying to push me to say it, but I'm not saying it. I'm getting over the adversity of you telling me that of you trying to pull it out of me, Damon.
The adversity? Oh, that's better. That's better. All right, so top 25 men's basketball. Everybody knows. Men's basketball has started today. There are some electric games on. I guess we tied these next two in together. 3 or so or 4 or whatever. You tie them all in together. So college basketball has officially started today. The women's side has also started. I did watch Carl Lawson's first game as a head coach of Duke earlier today. Got to catch a little bit of that. Caught a little bit of the NC State game. Caught a little bit of the Michigan women's game a little bit as well. So, but we're here to talk a little bit about the men's, and they get full swing. Pretty much everybody in the top 25 is playing over the next 4 days. I think except Tennessee, because Matt Barnes tested positive. Not Matt Barnes. Whatever his last name Barnes, but
on Carolina?
Coach of Tennessee.
Oh, coach of Tennessee. Yeah.
Barnes.
Can't remember.
But anyway, because he came from Texas. But I think they're not playing because of that. But other than that, pretty much everybody is playing. You got number 1 Gonzaga, who is starting their season off with a loaded. We are missing the early tip-offs like the Maui shootout, the Maui Gym, Maui Classic, missing that. The Atlantis and down into the Bahamas, we're missing all these opening season tournaments where we get these fabulous matchups early, but it looks like they're still trying to get some of those in, as you can see with the number 1 Gonzaga going against number 6 Kansas tomorrow. Kansas is strong, but I think Gonzaga is probably the most complete team in this year's bracket. Outside of who I watched early today was absolutely phenomenal is the Fighting Illini of Illinois. Big Ten, you better get ready because they play 10 deep and they get up and down the floor and they got bigs. Yeah, it's they look good. They put up 122 points today.
Damn, I hope somebody bet the over on that game.
Yeah, that was crazy. So you got pretty much everybody's playing. North Carolina just won. Your boys at number 16. They won earlier, just a little bit ago, with a nice double-digit win. My boys, Michigan, we won a little bit earlier ago against a very good MAC team in the Bowling Green Falcons. So, but it's loaded, man. It's loaded.
Yeah, it is. And obviously, like you said, I'm a Carolina fan. Everybody should know that by now on the basketball court. Garrison Brooks, dude. Garrison Brooks is coming off of a late bloom last season, and he's coming in with vengeance this season. I can't wait to watch him play more. The dude from what's his name?
Yes, that guy.
Kansas.
Yeah.
Marcus Garrett.
You know what? Kansas right now, you and Arizona are still in that.
No, I'm just saying that
cheating.
that player himself on the court is he's legit.
Yeah.
He's legit.
I'll be up on my names in the next coming weeks when I get to spend a little more time because I haven't done my homework too much on the college basketball scene because, frankly, didn't really think that we were going to get to this point with the college basketball season. So I'll be a little bit more polished on my names in the upcoming weeks. But there's some really talented teams. I think there's about 8 teams who really, really have a shot to win a national title. Gonzaga looks really good. This could be their year that they get over the we're just there. We've been here. This could be a really good year for them to make it over. They have a very, 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 very complete team. Bench play, solid post play, and solid guard play. And in college, you got to have guards to shoot the ball. So I think they look really good. Baylor looks really good. Villanova was turning a lot of scorers. I like Iowa with Luka Garza, but I don't know if their perimeter players can defend elite talent. But my sleeper team for college basketball, which is unheard of because they are a blue blood, would be the North Carolina Tar Heels. Watch out, folks. If they get time to finish this season, they are going to be electrifying.
Oh, God. It's electrifying. Get it? Don't spit it out, man. Don't spit it out.
I'm not sure what kids you're talking about from M14. If you're talking about Olivia Brown, I will be watching her on Friday afternoon in person.
There you go. There you go.
As he mentions her.
I've seen that. But he also mentions, I love you, Tony. Primetime wouldn't hit. Damn right. Makes him sick.
That's what started the whole conversation. Primetime didn't have to hit because they didn't throw the ball at him.
So how can you be judged with everything to be the best if you're not even
because you're great, Nick. You're so great that they don't even challenge you. like, you know what? It's not going to be a positive play for us, so we don't even throw the ball.
Look, I'm telling you right now, I feel offended, I feel attacked, and I can't deal with this adversity right now.
Man, you can. No, he plays with North Central. I have not called any boys basketball. I have not called any boys basketball this year yet. I do know my friend of mine's son is at North Central as well, but Lester Hayes. Okay, I have heard the name, but I have not went and saw him play just quite yet.
We do have a local athlete spotlight challenge going on to everybody, Tony. If you want to spotlight an athlete, a high school athlete, maybe perhaps in the basketball court, maybe if you'd like to spotlight these athletes, send the information to info.bwsports1@gmail.com.
We'll probably be talking to Tony here in a couple weeks. That's
besides the point.
Yes, that's beside the point. But so it's fair to be. It's going to be a really good college basketball season on both sides of the ball. I'm anxious to see how I mentioned her a little early ago, Carol Lawson. I've heard how her progression goes with the University of Duke. So college basketball, let's go get it.
I'm ready. So now, before we jump to the NBA free agency debacles and shambles and whatnot's going on there, let's give you what?
Go ahead. Do the commercial.
I was sticking with the damn script.
Kinda. Because you never. No, the commercial is fine. You didn't answer the question in the next section.
What question?
There's a question. Just read it as you play the commercial. Read it.
Good God, man.
Good God, Jim.
What is going on, everybody? It's your boy Dan from Black and White Sports and BWSports1.com. I'm here today to fill you in on a little banking advice. I don't know much, but I know somebody who does. Mr. John Wayne Buzzard at First Financial Bank. 317-417-8582. Call John for all your banking essentials. He's really good at banking. 317-417-8582. Call John today and tell him the boys from BWSports1.com sent you. I think he was trying to tell me to read the question that I put on the notes. Is this correct, sir?
No. Right there in the section where it says, just read it. And there's a question that says, it's up to you how we do it. To be
sure didn't see that. I must cut that part off because I'm totally missing it, folks. Hey, what the hell? I have already.
That makes sense now, doesn't it?
I still can't find the damn thing.
But it makes sense now, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I kind of feel like what was it? The Jim Carrey movie when he's talking into the God movie. What is it? Bruce Almighty. And he's talking into the teleprompter, and I'm reading a teleprompter, and I play like a sissy girl or whatever he says, and he's like, lipping and stuff. Because I lost it. I can't find the damn thing.
It happened.
So I will let you lead us into what you want to lead us to.
No, we're just going to the NFL. We're going to talk NFL. We're going to talk a little NFL news. And then you're going to tell them who else is hooked up with BW Sports. And then we're going to get into our spotlight games. That's what we got going on. IU is only up 5 at home to Tennessee Tech at half. There's, I'm sorry, bro. You like IU, not us. No, your wife likes IU, not us.
You like Purdue.
I don't know. I don't know what to say. I think. Yeah, sorry. Rhoda. But anyway, so 10-0, bro. 10-0.
Yeah. What's the note say?
10-0.
Well, no, what? Right after that 10-0, what's sitting next to it?
What it's saying is
a big number one.
Yeah, screw you to the NFL, because isn't that the whole reason why you have the extended roster for these particular reasons? You've already screwed us out of primetime games once. You know what I mean? It's primetime game, bro. Primetime game. Thanksgiving. When's the last time Pittsburgh played on Thanksgiving? Yeah, I don't know. It was perfect time to play. I mean, I wasn't going to be asleep from the turkey. I was going to be able to watch the whole game. You know what I mean? And you screwed me. But it's all right, though, because still going to beat that ass. There you go, Trey. Trevin, there was my outtake on
I finally found the part that you wanted me to read. Now it totally makes sense.
It completely makes sense.
Yep. So 10-0. Yep. Screw you guys. I'm going home. You know what I'm gonna say? I've been holding it. Nope. I'll wait until later. I got a little bit more time to let it out, so I'm gonna let it out in a little bit.
Hey, bro, there was a whole lot of tweets. I was talking to John. There's a whole lot of tweets about that from the Steelers fans. There was a couple from Juju, a couple from Claypool. You know what I mean? Nobody was really happy about it. You know what I mean? These guys wanted, and it wasn't about because Baltimore had injuries or whatever. It was about that these guys wanted to play on Thanksgiving Day. I mean, that's like special. That's like NBA and Christmas Day. Yeah, you bitch about it. I want to be home with my family, whatever. But if you are playing on that day, you are like
elite.
That is the shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Who wants to watch Washington and the Cowboys?
Not I. Not I. You're really still trying to poke the bear and getting me to fumble out when I was on my tongue, but I want to hold it for a little bit.
No, all I said was I said who wants to watch the Cowboys and the Washington. So that further allows me to narrow down your people, since you got a little angry about those two teams. And you're not going to root for a Cowboy fan. So it obviously has to be somebody on the Redskins. Nope. This is last day to start with a W.
Nope.
He said, I'd rather watch Dancing with the Stars. Yeah, because you have calves of a Greek god.
Wow. Tony, you gotta send us. We need to do a little segment here called Fanfare, where fans send us video clips of them doing sporty things. Dancing would be sporty to me. I want to see a clip. Tony,
yes, he just made calves.
Clip. I want to see your. What'd you call them? What'd you call them?
His calves.
No. What'd you call them before? What'd you say?
I don't know.
You said something. Some kind of calf.
I don't know.
It was a different word than sexy. I know it wasn't sexy, but it was kind of
definitely not sexy. It was definitely not sexy.
I've never seen a man's calf, so I can't say one way or the other. But you, sir, implemented by whatever words you used earlier that he's got sexy calves.
All right. Well, anyway, before they did away with the stuff, they was going to be missing their running backs. I think with the number of protocols, the calves of a Greek god. That was
there. You go. Pull them on you. Then he comes back and I have left feet. Makes it even better for the clip, sir. Send it on in.
Yes. So, who the hell are we talking about?
You're stuck on the Steelers.
No, we're off the Steelers. All
right, Joe Burrow. Oh, yes. Man, that hurts. I gotta give that to that kid, man. He's got heart. He's got talent. He's got a future in the NFL, and it sucks that he's out for the rest of the year because of an injury like that. I don't even know exactly what it was. Did he tear his ACL or Huh?
It's gonna be longer. It's gonna be longer. His initial tweet was, "Hey, sorry, sucks. He's not gonna get rid of that. He'll be back next year."
Right.
I don't, because the extent of his injuries has now been released. He's got an ACL, MCL, and other structural.
Oh, so
things.
that whole thing is ripped to shit.
So his whole thing, he had MCL issues. He also had, I think, meniscus.
Oh yeah, man! Welcome to the club. Welcome to the club.
So he's got full knee issues. So if it was just the ACL, yeah, I think he can come back next year. But with all of that, I don't know.
Hey, then that means to tell you, unfortunately for him, is he's going to be playing his last year on rookie contract, fighting to show people that he's back for good on a rehabbed year. That sucks.
Yeah,
and
it does suck. But a conversation I've had 2 or 3 times over the past week was, is there blame to be assessed for this injury? And I keep standing on that it's football.
I didn't actually see the hit or anything. I know I didn't hear it. And real quick, Mara, I would not admit to that yet, by the way. Give it a couple years, then admit being a Bengals fan. The unhappy triad. I think we were clicking at the same time, weren't we?
Yeah.
3 ligaments called unhappy triad. There you go. There you go. I'll let you click it now. Yeah, I mean, it's football. It happens. You got dirty players in every sport, but I'm not saying anything about it was dirty because honestly, I didn't see it, but I have not heard anything stating that it's anything else than.
No. The blame was never on the hit.
Right.
He was always in the clear, but I've been hearing conversations. I've had conversations of the blame being put on the organization for having him in there. Yeah, we've had that, and I'm like, it's football. It was like then it's the offensive line is trash. Why would you put your franchise in like that over trash? Well, who else are gonna play?
Right.
Well, the kids got to play. You know what I'm saying? So what are you gonna do? But I'm like, regardless, that type of injury, that type of hit, you're gonna get that at any point in time of a game. Yeah. Regardless if the offensive line is trash or not. Well, you get more likelihood if the offense is trash. Hey, if you know your offensive line is trash, get rid of the fucking ball.
Yeah, switch your play calling up to.
You know what I'm saying?
If
you know the offense, things. Right. You know what I mean? Pretty simple. If you know your offensive is trash, just stop giving these 5-step and 7-step dropbacks.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Stick him in the shotgun.
Yep. Put him in shotgun. Give him that extra second to see and analyze the field. Get rid of it.
But their argument comes in the fact that, you know what I'm saying, this is his first year and he's already had over 400 drop back passes. So that does give you a lot more accessibility to being hit. But I think those injuries come at any point in time of the game. So, no, I'm not going to put any blame on the Cincinnati Bengals organization for putting him in there. You got to get him to play.
Yep.
Bad example. You know what I mean? Peyton Manning, when he came into the league, his offensive line was trash.
Yep. And they went, 3-13 or whatever it was?
You know what I'm saying? Peyton didn't take no hits like that. Give her the damn ball.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sitting here looking at my notes. You got me confused, man. You can't do this to me. I print notes out now, and I'm looking at these notes. Why did you put this part at the very end when this should be the end part? I'm kind of lost. You threw me off.
Because the end was bro-scussion. That's what bro-scussion was about. And then when we go back to our normal programming, that's when it comes into play, is in that section. So bro-scussion becomes whatever we want to talk about. Oh my God, you're killing me.
Gotcha.
You're killing me, bro. You're killing me.
All right, Damon, lead us on.
All right, as we move on to the next thing is What else do we got going on during the week before we get into our spotlight games?
Oh, man.
Well, on Mondays, I know you do a thing with Rafael Esparza where you talk about betting money.
You bet your ass we do. Ha ha! Bet your ass with Rafael Esparza. Monday night, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We did take this week off just to, man, I was trying. You got me all discombobulated tonight, D. Good God. It's been a long day. Monday nights, Bet Your Ass with Rafael Esparza joins us 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday nights, the Dynasty Bros Fantasy Football Redraft Show, 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And then it will go out to all the podcast platforms of BWSports1.com because that is their exclusive show for our network. Wednesday nights, you find us right here, Wednesday Night Live, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Saturdays, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Super kicking it with Steven. That's right, folks. We got some good stuff getting ready to hit that group. If you're not in that group, Super Kicking It with Steven, you better jump in there now because I'm telling you, there's some good stuff coming down the pipeline. And then we got our brothers from other mothers. Well, you have other mothers. I actually have the same mother as one of them, brothers. Checkers and Wreckers. Everything drives fast, shifts hard, and keeps that rubber on the road or slings that dirt. 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Sunday mornings.
I'm so excited for this upcoming spring and summer.
Oh, you and me both.
But I'm not getting in no damn car. I'm not getting in the car, but I am there. I am out there like a fucking owner should be. I'm in that bitch. Looking.
We're gonna have to get you to like be our. You'll have to be a wrench man or something. We're gonna have to. You're like the crew chief. I know. We're gonna show you what a wrench is, and it's. Oh man, we'll even get a garage so you don't get the elements on your head. Because you know you are a climate control kind of guy.
Yeah, yes I am, and I'm not going to wear one of the onesies.
Oh, there it is.
All right, so spotlight games of last and this week. So let's start it off, man. Who is your surprise players and teams for last week?
I'm going to start with my surprise team, and it's the Jets. Let me explain. They lost the game, as we knew they were.
Usual.
But how many points did they actually score? I'm surprised. I know I'm surprised. Like 28 points. Congratulations. You're not as bad as we all thought, but you're just there. You know what I'm saying? You're just there. I'll give you a little kudos this week for putting up 28 points in a loss still.
They are
who we know they are. Yes, they are the Phoenix Suns of the NFL. And I'm talking about Phoenix Suns from about 6 years ago.
All right, 4.
Okay, 4. Yeah, I'm not Phoenix Suns now. Wow. But, yeah.
All right, who's your player?
Derek Carr, man. You know, he's stepped up this year. You know, they got, I think they're 6-4. You know, they're obviously still behind the Chiefs, but they already gave the Chiefs one loss earlier this year. Chiefs got it back this weekend. But they were going back to back that whole game. Derek Carr's keeping him in it, and he is turned into a over average quarterback in the league.
Yes. Derek Carr should be giving us all the credit for his turnaround of this season. Because we challenged him. We challenged him. You were tired of losing. Yeah. So we challenged you to play better.
Yes.
We challenged you, we and you. I know it was episode 3 or something. You know what I mean? We challenged you.
He heard us.
I got tired of hearing it.
He
heard us. I'll take that.
Derek, man, we just talked about you on the show. You got to come pull it together.
So
he didn't even have to respond to it. He responded on the field. He's been responding on the field. Congratulations. Even though they didn't get the win, the Jets, I did. You know, like I said, the Jets didn't, but they at least scored 28 points. Derek Carr is keeping him in there. He's a hell of a player.
Actions speak louder than words. All right, so my player is Taysom Hill.
The tight end or the quarterback?
The quarterback.
Let me tell you something real quick. If you had him in your fantasy football team this past week, you got double points. They had him as a tight end and quarterback. So, I don't know how you got double points, but I don't, because tight end can't throw to himself. But, yeah. Still, that was dumb. Just say, Dan, that was dumb. Shut up.
I gotta let you go. Sometimes you gotta let them find out on their own.
You ever seen Wedding Crashers?
Yes.
Lock it up.
So, I went with Taysom Hill. One, not because I think he is just transition player or he had this awesome super game. I thought he played a very adequate game for the circumstance. The defense, I thought, won that game. But it was a good team to show that maybe Sean Peyton was on to something a couple years ago when he said you were the quarterback of the future for that organization. So we got a chance to see a little bit about it. I was also a little surprised that he didn't start Jameis, but I was reminded of this statement. So then it allowed me to be like, okay, yeah, Taysom Hill starts this game. But he goes 18 for 23, 235 yards, no INTs. And he also led them in rushing with 10 carries and 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. Great job, young fella. Let's see you do that against a good team.
Yeah. Next up, we'll see.
Yeah. And my surprise team is the Broncos, bro. I'm going with the Broncos. Yay!
They're trying to hang in it. They're trying.
Broncos, good job.
Yeah, there you go. Now let's move to the other side of the coin. Flip, flip, flip. Disappointments of the week, Damon. Who you got?
The one goes with team as the Buccaneers. I'm gonna go with the whole Buccaneers organization. The acquiring of Tom Brady's tools, the lack of adequate play calling, the lack of being able to be productive down the field.
They have got to fight through this adversity and get together.
Ooh, what? You keep stroking that fur. You stroking that fur. When you got my blood boiling, you stroking that fur. But I just thought it was bad. You know, this is a perfect opportunity for you to overcome those 2 bad losses to the Saints and to beat a very good Rams team who is on their 5th trip to this side of the country. And then you have to backdoor and play the Chiefs next week. This is a bad thing for the Brady. You were just, at first, you were still trying to fight a way to win the division. Now you're in a position not to even make the playoffs, which my one friend, Dan DeLeon, said before the season that Tampa Bay might not make the playoffs.
I know that guy. I heard him.
Yeah. So that was my team. My player.
It's a whole organization. And
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna explain. I'm gonna go with the Ravens, but I'm going to explain this. And it has absolutely nothing to do with anything game-wise. Watch the game. Before the game, the altercation that was at half court at midfield between John Harbaugh and the coach of Mike Grable of the Ravens and the quarterback of the who the hell were they playing?
The Titans.
Yes, quarterback of the Titans. So they're out there jawing at one another, going at it. Harbaugh's heated, pointing finger, players being held back, blah, blah, blah. Did you see any Ravens players backing up their coach?
Nope. No, sir.
There you have it.
Kind of reminds you of what happened to Andy Dalton in Dallas.
Bingo.
Somebody has lost control of their world.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's lost control of the world. I'm just on the fact that nobody was behind their coach when he's out fighting, sticking up for y'all. He's trying to get this game hyped for y'all. And y'all are not following this lead. And then Lamar Jackson, after the game, has the nerve to stand on the podium via Zoom and say, oh, they just wanted it more than we did. Okay. Yeah.
Yep. If
I
they
see
were
how much you want to get paid.
If they didn't have a decent start to the season, if they would have been a sloppy start, they would be one of the teams that are tanking now because it sure as hell looks like they just gave up.
Yep. No heart, no balls, no testicular fortitude. And it sucks from an organization that's coming from the Baltimore Ravens. Yep. Terrible. Ray Lewis should go in the locker room and give one of them I stayed my ass out of jail because I snitched on the murder in the strip joint speeches.
Sir.
Did I say that?
He fought through adversity to get back to the field.
Yeah, he pulled a 6'9". A Tekashi 6'9". All right, so your disappointments, sir.
I'm going to start with the teams, the Vikings and the Lions. The Vikings totally, I mean, Kirk Cousins started that game off. They were looking good. It was looking good. And then all of a sudden, couldn't get it done in the end. It's like having Sexton not being able to take to the next level, period. I wouldn't know how that is. Some people out there may. And the Lions, Lions have been struggling. They have just been struggling. Stafford looks good, and then he gets hurt. Now, he did play. I told you I was on one today, Damon. He did play with supposedly ligaments torn in his throwing thumb. Obviously, that's going to put a little backlash on your throwing. But, kid's always got heart, man. He comes from Georgia. He does have heart. He's always had heart. I'm not going to say they don't have a team around him because, like I said at the beginning of the season, I thought that this team could do something. And, no, man, wow. So, player, we're going to go back to your Buccaneer talk. Ronald Jones, 10 carries for 10 carries, okay? 10 carries, 24 yards on the field.
I get what you're saying there. I really, really, really do. But he's a part of the organization, so yeah, I'm with you.
No, I'm saying because of what he has been doing in the past, it's all of a sudden, man, what's going on?
You got to look at the play calls, man. Tom Brady is a pass-happy quarterback, and he uses his backs.
But he uses his backs a lot, and when he throws to him, he doesn't catch a lot.
Well, he's not a catching back.
That's why I have the right to be disappointed in him.
Well, no, you don't. I mean, you do, but you got 10 for 2. But you got 10 for 24, as in 10 rushing attempts. Yeah. Not 10 pass attempts.
He's got 10 the whole, but he's their main back. He is known for breaking 80 yards a game. Now all of a sudden he's getting 24 yards. And this is wild. This is even in the beginning of Brady's time down there this season. He was still one of the top backs, and all of a sudden he's flopping back. I understand the play call. I really do. But when you're given the opportunity to run the ball more than 2.5 yards.
10 attempts ain't giving no running back shit. Derrick Henry's first 15 attempts, he has 35 yards. His last 10 attempts, he had 130 yards.
I'm just saying.
Attempts mean you got to keep giving him the ball. The running back is at liberty of the quarterback and the play calls.
So you're going to argue, but you're going to argue with me because I picked who I'm disappointed.
No, I mean I love because the whole team is disappointed, but you can't be disappointed because his play call selection.
Okay,
you know what I mean? If he had 20 carries for 24 yards, you are absolutely correct.
Let me recant that then, sir, and I'll go to the team who has given me headaches all freaking season long. Come on, man. What'd you call it? The Jethro slap Leroy, whatever. What was it? Man.
The Jethro Leroy Gibbs head slap.
I do not understand. Nobody is going to tell me that Nick Foles meant that much difference in an offense. It has got to be somewhere in the coaching staff. However, as I said, and not many people seen this quote the other day, it's so bad, it hurts. Is anybody catching my talk? It's so bad, it hurts. Put the motherfucker in the game and see what he can do, because I'm tired of somebody not being able to see anybody open the whole game. Can't hold on to the ball, makes dumbass throws down the field. Period. Point blank. There's my rant. You heard it here, folks, exclusively. I've been waiting since Sunday to do this tonight.
Go on.
Sit Carson Wentz and see what Jalen Hurts can do. Yes, that is a very good point, John, that they are missing Frank Wright as a piece. But my problem is Carson Wentz, I have been on his side for a while. However, over the past 6 weeks, I have not been saying much about Carson Wentz. There's a reason, because this rant right here has had to happen now. It's so bad, it hurts. I see that.
Hey, but I'm going to tell you this.
I'm sweaty now.
I'll tell you this. I am with you. I was also angry at the beginning of the season about Carson Wentz and all the disrespect that he was getting, not being on the top 100 list.
Jeez.
But he has proven every single person correct. But I would still not put that boy in because he is not ready. Everybody in that organization says he's not ready. They didn't draft him to be ready now. If you put him in the game now and say, let's see what he can do, then your organization is at blame if he gets an injury like that boy in Burrows had. They're in a whole different position than what Cincinnati is in. Cincinnati has to play him.
Okay, so what do you
not have to play him.
I see your point. And obviously I'm coming off a little biased because that is my team. But what are we supposed to do? Continue the fuckery in Philadelphia because he can't read the fucking field.
I mean, that's
can't read it. There's many times I'm sitting there watching these games, D. I'm sitting there watching, and I can analyze a football play. I'm watching them change before he hikes the ball. I'm watching the defense shift, and it's like, why are you not audibling? Why are you not audibling? And then I hear him audible, and I don't know what the hell they're talking about. I don't know what their codes are for what plays. But then he calls a play that the running back, he hands it off, and the running back is going up the exact hole that the blitz is coming from. And then on pass plays, he's sitting there. You got a defender. You got two defenders right here. Nobody picked up the guy going on the post route down the field, and you aren't even looking at him. You're looking at these two-yard passes all the time. They can't stop it. They can't stop you from passing 2 yards every time, but 2 yards of play does not get you a first down.
It'll get you 6 yards.
I mean, no, I don't know. I don't know. If I was a betting man, which I am, I sure as fuck wouldn't pick the Eagles to win the division.
Hey, listen, they're all 4 teams in NFC East are tanking. They're all tanking.
But the Giants are going to end up winning the division.
I believe so.
Well, that's pathetic.
Okay, all right.
Everybody on my court has heard me have my rant now. Danny White is furious, folks.
Well, y'all thought my rant about Michigan a couple weeks ago was bad.
Nope.
Hey, I'm telling you, that's been boiling up.
You know what I just said?
Right. What?
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer. Hey, hold my beer. All right, so let's go over last week's picks. Okay. Last week's best game, you had the Chiefs and the Raiders, which turned out to be obviously one of the better games of the week. I thought it was an excellent game. I went off the beaten path, and I went with two bad teams. To show that they were better of the bad teams, and one got hurt. So the Bengals and the Washington football team, obviously, Dan, your game was the better of the two. Worst game last week.
I'd say I'd had the worst game too. I had the better of the two worst games too, because the Chargers beat the Jets, but the Jets again scores 28 points and keeps it like a 6-point game. Holy hell!
Yeah, so that made it really close. You picked the Steelers and the Jags, and it was exactly what
that was what we thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I mean,
shit show.
Bro needs a hug for he
Tony.
knows a nerve.
Tony. I'm starting to sing now. Tony. I don't know you, but I love you. I need a hug. Can you feel it? I'm giving you a virtual hug right now to calm me down. I appreciate the love, brother.
And our most intriguing games for last week, you had the Falcons and the Saints.
Yep.
I thought it was very intriguing because my pick came out of there with Taysom Hill. And I picked the Coltons.
Where the hell did that come from? The Coltons?
Bourbon.
Wow.
I picked the Packers and the Colts.
I just now seen what John said.
I counted about 14 quality F-bombs. That was excellent.
All right. I'm still hot and bothered over here. Don't get me started again. I got to fight through this adversity to not blow up again. I'm stretching.
Yeah. Well, you throwing that line way out there, buddy.
I am totally just stretching away.
All right, so this week's projected best game, I have the Colts and the Titans for the dominance of the AFC South.
I have the Titans at the Colts because that's where they're actually playing at.
That is great. Angel would love you.
Just so you guys know, sort of notes, we put like the away team first and then at symbol and then the home team. So today, look at the note. Well, yes, last night, look at the notes. And I'm like, I thought they were playing here. So I had to do that. Today's Watchionary sponsored by Bourbon on the Rocks. That's where I'm going to need to go after this show is done. All I had was my decaf coffee, man. Good thing I didn't have the caffeinated shit. I'd be out the window.
Out the window. And it's neat, sir. It's bourbon, not whiskey.
He said bourbon.
I know. It's neat, not on the rocks.
Ah, gotcha.
All right, so
we agree on the best game of this week.
All right, and worst game, you have the Giants at Bengals, and I have the Washington football team at the Girls.
I hate both teams. I dislike both teams. I hate the Cowboys. We all know that. Unfortunately, D, like you said with last week, the who was it? I don't remember. Bengals and Washington being the best game. I'm not going to say the Washington and Dallas is going to be the best game, but man, that is a hell of a traditional rivalry. The Cowboys and the Indians going at it on Thanksgiving, and it's going to be a good game.
Fighting over the turkey leg. There's so much bad irony there. The white man been taking the Indian's name, all that shit.
So hopefully we can say that Skins win. All right, we can't say that because they're not the Skins anymore.
Yes, I've converted. I am going to say it like I was Steve Spurrier, Washington football team.
Wow. Most intriguing game. The one over there has the Bears and the Packers. And I can't really deny that. I'm pretty intrigued by that game as well. But I didn't want to pick the same game as you did again like we did for the best game. So I went a little bit off the grid with the Chiefs heading to Tampa Bay because I'm intrigued to see how the Tampa Bay Buccaneers fight through that adversity of getting, 3 straight losses? 2 straight now. They're not going to lose 3.
Dion.
Oh boy.
You're lucky I don't have a little window. I've downloaded this picture of Sanders because I just pop it up on the screen.
It's a good thing I've taught you and you don't remember how.
I do. I just can't do it on the fly. I just can't do it right now because it would probably knock me off.
Gotcha. Well, I'm going to do this on the fly, and we're going to pay a quick bill real quick. We'll be right back for Broscussion. What is up, everybody? It's your boy Dan over at BWSports1.com and Black and White Sports. And I'm wondering if you're ready to buy or sell that home, now's the time, and I got just the person for you. Mr. Shawn Nugent, a.k.a. Rockstar Realtor himself. 317-503-8322. Put that home on the market. Get into your dream home with this man. Talk to Shawn at Talk to Tucker today, 317-503-8322, and make sure you tell him the boys over at BWSports1.com sent you. All right, we are back, and Dan stuck to the script on that one, folks.
That dude is absolutely amazing. It'll be you and Shawn.
There we go. Broscussion tonight brought to you by CWTV, the man, the myth, the stash of the iRacing broadcast scene, Mr. Tom Racker over there at Checkers and Wreckers and CWTV, putting up the booth abilities, as he called.
Booth or booth?
Booth.
Booth
abilities.
The voice of iRacing.
The voice. Stash. There you go. The stash to pass. The stash not to pass.
Oh my God, it's terrible.
The stash not to pass.
All right, so we had the NBA draft last week, and we had the free agency and the offseason basically began with a bang.
I was going to say, they lit them fireworks and said, pa-boom.
I mean, there's so much to talk about. We're obviously not going to sit here and talk about it here in the next 10, 15 minutes.
But I'm not going to start with your Lakers because I'm going to give Jason Tatum, baby. He's getting paid in Boston. Maybe that's why they moved Gordon Hayward.
They didn't move Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward signed with another team.
Well, I mean, it was obviously them letting him get away and not offering as much money to stay.
They couldn't if they were going to give him $195 million max deal.
Now we're on the same page.
Kinda. Kinda. But Jason Tatum was not the only person to cash in on his max extension from their rookie contract. Bam Adebayo. Yeah, Bam Adebayo cashed in on his.
Who else?
Who else cashed in on their?
It's hot in Arizona.
You talk about
the book.
Arizona. Devin Booker, he cashed in on his too?
Yeah.
I haven't saw his come through yet.
I'm 90% sure. Boy, I'm over here throwing out fake news.
Yeah, I didn't hear it, but I saw Tatum got his. De'Aaron Fox out of Sacramento got his. Let's see who else. Bam Adebayo got his. Brandon Ingram got his. Donovan Mitchell also $195 million.
Oh God, I had them all.
Max extension.
I'm on one today. Had the names mixed up. It was Mitchell who I was thinking about, not Booker.
Yeah, they signed on for theirs. So there was a lot of extensions granted to some of these guys who's picking up good money.
It looked like a weave party with so much extensions.
That's terrible. But then you had a lot of people who end up staying with teams.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that was pretty significant. I think Dragic and Miles Leonard both stayed with Miami. KCP ended up signing a 3-year deal with to stay with the Lakers. Millsap stays with.
Who went to Milwaukee?
The Milwaukee thing,
because that was it's a debacle in my mind. But
we talked about it draft night. There were some big names and it looked good, but it was like 2 days later, some of these names have gone. Like a key person to that move was Bojan Bogdanovic from Sacramento, who I thought would have been a very good piece for Milwaukee, who ends up signing with the Hawks, who made some really, really big moves themselves, who ended up signing with the Hawks for a $72 million deal that was not matched by Sacramento. So he was a restricted free agent. So Sacramento did match. I think they couldn't afford to match him when they were giving DeAndre his max extension. So there's so much to talk about that you just can't really say that is to narrow in on, because some of these moves are not all the way final yet, but because hey man, it's crazy right now. And
let's call it how we see it, Damon. It's going to be really hard for the Western Conference to get past your Lakers next season. And honestly, it's going to be, they probably have a better chance on paper repeating next year than any Bulls team ever did on paper. I'm just being honest with you. On paper,
on paper, the Bulls was good, bro.
I'm not saying they weren't. But they did have some question marks sometimes and concerns a little bit.
And they got question marks and concerns with this current structured lineup.
I'm just saying, man. I'm not a full blown LeBron James fan. I'm not either. Nowhere near a Lakers fan. And I'm trying to give you my honest opinion. And
I'll take it.
Because honestly, that is probably the most stacked team on paper that we've seen in a long time. Even going, I would say going back to Golden State's team.
But go with the Kevin Durant version. The Kevin Durant version.
Yes.
Of Golden State. Okay. Maybe them, maybe Miami. Because the way Brian Bosch thing was pretty electrifying. But you got to go back in the day, they had stacked teams anyway. The Bulls teams were stacked. The Pistons teams were stacked.
Yeah.
Boston's teams were stacked. The Lakers were stacked. You know what I mean? This stacked teams was nothing new. Houston Rockets teams was stacked. You know what I'm saying? So
and those teams should have got way more than what they ever did, but they
Jordan. Jordan. That takes care of that. But they never got to Jordan. They always were beating the West. So I mean, they never got to Mike. They got beat in the West. So I don't really know what to say. But the Lakers are right now have to be the clear favorite. You know what I mean? They were competing last year at this point in time on paper with the Clippers. Clippers didn't pan out. The Clippers have almost damn near just restructured their thing. New coach. You got players switching in and out now. They got Serge Ibaka now. They don't have the Sixth Man of the Year, Montrezl Harrell. He's flipped over to the other locker room. He is now with the Lakers with the addition to Schroeder from OKC, Wesley Matthews, who's a shooter that replaces Danny Green from Milwaukee. You add Marc Gasol, who takes care of Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee's loss. You still have Antetokounmpo's little brother. You still have Deion Waiters. You just picked up as a free agent deal, undrafted Xavier Simpson from Michigan. Hey, you're looking pretty good. You know what I mean? Phoenix has put something together to kind of give you something on paper.
Phoenix kind of reminds me of where Portland was about 3 years ago. It was like, man, you started to see that start to come together. Portland's still kind of they just can't get over the hump. I don't know what's going on up there. That could be for another night. But as far as looking at a low-level, quote-unquote, a low-level team, I would say that we're going to call it now, and the Suns will be the most improved team in the West, at least, possibly the league.
You could say that. I have a team in the West that could compete with them for that most improved team, and I think that could be the New Orleans Pelicans with the extensions of Brandon Ingram and the addition of one Steven Adams to breathe them girth, strength, and an edge inside the paint. Plus, he has some veteran qualities that can add to a young coaching staff and a loaded young superstar team. Yeah. So I like them to be a little noise as well, floating around over there. But you can't count out Portland. Dame Lillard is something special. But with the addition that the Lakers have made, they have constructed their roster where they can compete with these running guns like Portland and Phoenix and Denver a little bit, but Denver still plays with their size. But then they also have which helps me compete, which helps me with the other point. They can also compete with the bigger teams, that do use their size, like Denver, Utah. Let's say the Clippers from time to time, because the Serge Ibaka is going to help them out, but you still have a lackluster number two who he's only cared about his ratings on the 2K game. Paul, you're losing me, bro. I've been on your team, but you're losing me. You're more worried about your 2K rating than you are your NBA rating. I have a problem with that. And if I was Kawhi Leonard with my low management ass, I wanted you to come play with me. And this is what you give me, 2K ratings? Okay. So, and you're not going to worry about Houston, even though both of them are going to be into camp.
You know what I would do if I was Kawhi? I'd be looking at Paul and giving him your laugh. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, but you got to look at it, Kawhi. You didn't step up like you did in Toronto either. So you as much to blame with that.
I'm just totally stretching here. Maybe he thought Paul was going to step up a little bit more, that he wouldn't have to exert himself as much. But when you saw that he wasn't, you might want to step up a little bit.
Paul's a number 2. He's not a 1A.
I'm not saying it. I'm a Pacer fan that saw it before you did. Now you finally come to the good side.
Oh, I never didn't think Paul was a 2. I just appreciated him as for what he was. I didn't expect him to be nothing better. I expected him to be a number 2, and that's exactly what he is. Pacer fans wanted him to be a number 1.
Is he a number 2 still, or is he falling to 3?
Oh, he's definitely a quality number 2.
Well, then he better get his head out of that.
That's why your rating on 2K is a quality number 2 rating.
There you go.
And you boys who like Houston, who's got all this talk with thinking James Harden is going to Brooklyn. Hey, man, it's a fantasy. It's not going to happen unless it's a 4 or 5 team deal that Houston is able to get compensation out of James Harden. That's not going to happen. For them to do that, Brooklyn has to give up too many pieces. You have to either give up Kyrie or you have to give up Dinwiddie and LeVert or Jared Allen or Joe Harris, who you just re-signed. So there's probably not going to do that. So expect Westbrook and James Harden to be in the camp and to start the season off as Rockets because, frankly, who wants Westbrook? If Westbrook gets moved, he's going. You notice his stock and his teams keep going down. So his next move is going to be the Knicks.
They've been at the bottom for a while. That's okay.
I mean, there you go. So I wouldn't expect a whole bunch out of Houston. James Harden, he's ready to make that transition to be more of a team guy to get to his ultimate goal. Scoring 40, 35 a night is not getting him to the ultimate goal. So I think he understands that. But I don't think the moves have been enough. I'm sorry, you picked up on a 1-year deal, very labored, injury prone last couple years, DeMarcus Cousins. So it's not really going to help them out too much. So expect James Harden to be stuck there.
Damon, we got a question for you. So if no Harden, does Durant go elsewhere?
For what? Durant's right where he wants to be. He's on the East Coast. He's on the East Coast.
He wasn't going to leave, especially since they haven't actually gotten to play together yet since they've been on the team. I think that he's at least going to wait to see what they got together on the court. But
yeah, I don't think that Durant's idea in his head was going anywhere other than Brooklyn. I don't think that he was doing anything other than staying there. Kyrie is the name that gets moved around, not Durant's name. Kyrie is the person that's going to have to make the fit, not Durant. Durant has already proven himself. You could say Kyrie has, but he really hasn't. Durant can lead a team. Durant took over that Golden State team. Steph Curry was probably still the emotional and upfront leader, but the team went as Durant went. And I think it's going to be the same way in Brooklyn. The team is going to go the way Durant goes. His chemistry with Steve Nash is going to be more effective than I think the chemistry with 2 point guards with Nash and Kyrie. So I still think,
isn't it?
I really think that Miami, with the moves that they've made, is that's who you again need to be paying attention to in the East. But again, I'm really sold on Boston. And with the addition of Tristan Thompson to that Boston lineup, that now gives you a quality defensive big is what Boston was missing. And that now gives you that. So I again, look out for Boston. Boston, Miami, Milwaukee is how I have the East right now.
Okay. I'm going to have to say Miami, Boston. Miami first, Boston second. I would love to stay with the Sixers. I just don't know what kind of chemistry is going to come out of there next season with the new coach being in there, with this, that, and the other that's going to happen. Ben Simmons, man, I think him and Joel Embiid need to either one or two things: A, step up and take Philadelphia to that next level, or B, maybe it's time to find another home.
I agree with you on that. Sixers, they're the most underdeveloped, talented team in the East. And I lean more towards a Joel Embiid as the problem in Philly than I do Ben Simmons. You've seen the
Ben
work
Simmons
that Ben.
is actually, yes, he's actually improved his game.
Yeah,
Embiid
other than the
kinda,
shooting,
right?
but
Embiid
he
kind of
tries.
right, and Embiid kind of just looks like he's
Out of shape.
just right here. He's plateaued.
You know what I mean? He's out of shape. You get dominated by the better of the bigs. Anthony Davis owns you. You don't play well against a terrible Karl Anthony Towns. You know, Giannis is dominant against you. You dominate, halfway subpar bigs. You know what I'm saying? We need more out of you. And the addition of Dwight Howard to that on a 1-year deal, I'm not really excited about that. I mean, Dwight's going to bring a little.
Do you think maybe they did that for leadership for Embiid or what? Because I don't really know why that was actually made.
That's a hard thing to say, Dwight Howard for leadership.
I know.
But he has changed. He has changed, and he played with LeBron for a year, and he was in a relationship with Kobe before he passed. So he could have some leadership.
Embiid is pulling a Hibbert, falling off the radar sooner than later. He's got
his Hulu contract, so he should be all right.
I was a Roy Hibbert fan. I mean, he went to Georgetown. You know, he was a pacer when he first started. You know, it looked like it was promising, and then, like you said, just one fishing trip. That's right, I said it.
But yeah, Ben Simmons is a guy that I would build around there. Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, those would be the guys that I would look to build around. If I had an offer for Joel Embiid, I would highly consider it.
Yeah, I'm with
if I was Elton Brand and the other guy in there is from Houston.
I agree.
Way too early pick
for the
next
NBA
year's finals. Yep.
Both the East and West picks, or just the winner?
Yes.
With the West, I'm gonna have to go at this moment with your Lakers. At this moment, I think that they are the top tier of the West. In the East, man, honestly, it's hard not to say Miami's not going to make it back there again because, like I said at the beginning of last season, I thought that Miami was just 1 year off of where I thought they would be. I don't see Milwaukee making it there. As much as, I got nothing but respect and mad love on his game for the Greek freak up there in Milwaukee.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That guy. I don't think that team is going to make it into the finals because of Miami or Boston. Those are the two teams that I see in the East. I mean, it's going to come down to those two. And we're going to see a classic matchup in the NBA Finals this year, folks. East versus West. Boston Celtics versus the LA Lakers.
That's what I got. That's what I have in my way too early finals pick. Lakers Celtics. So we have a whole
and the Celtics finally get it. Matt Stevens ends his career in the NBA with a title and comes back to Indiana and goes to IU. Mara's loving what I'm throwing down. John and I don't give a shit if Damon likes it or not. He knows I just hurt his head sometimes.
Yeah. All right, so here we go, folks. Straight from the ass, one thought. We're going to twist it up a little bit tonight before we get out of here for you. Today is Thanksgiving Eve. So tomorrow, obviously, is Thanksgiving. So we here at BW Sports, want to give you what we are thankful for over the past year throughout these hard times that our world and our city and our friends and family have been through. So, Dan, let the people know what you are thankful for, sir.
I'm thankful for my wife and 2 kids and the rest of my family. And when I say family, Some of y'all out there know you're part of that when I say family. Everybody's been healthy. I mean, everybody's pretty much overall, stayed healthy through all this. Mostly have been working and keeping afloat and been able to deal with all this stuff. I would like to throw a challenge out to everybody. I understand that everybody, Black Friday shopping, when, you go to the corporate stores and all this, and with the COVID being what it is and what we foresee in our near future, go out and help small businesses, whatever community you're in, whatever city, whatever state, whatever country, you guys are in. Help the small businesses out. The more we help out now, the greater chance that is for those guys to be able to put food on their families' tables come, February or whenever things hopefully get back together. You got to help your community stores out. You got to help your community. When you put $1 into your community, 85 or 90% of it stays within that community. When you give that dollar to a corporation, 70% goes away to a different community. Help your small businesses out. Real quick, here's a shout out. Tomorrow, you'll start seeing some small businesses that we had the privilege to talk with over the past couple evenings that I've had, we've had off of the shows and stuff. So I've been doing a couple interviews here and there with some small businesses that's going to be coming out here tomorrow for your Thanksgiving parade time. Damon?
Awesome. So yes, reach out to your small business, as one of our mottos have been since the very beginning of our endeavor here at BW Sports One, is to always help out small business as best we can, because guess what? We're a small business as well. So my one thought is about what I am thankful for. There's a lot of things that I am thankful for. I'm thankful for good friends. I am thankful to be able to be entertained by sports. It was something that was taken away from us for a long time. And for some of us, sports is how we keep our sanity. But I'm also thankful for
lose it like I did earlier.
Right. And I'm also thankful for the opportunity to be able to share with you my opinion on things that I love. And I do love sports. So I thank you guys for listening to us. But the person who I'm most thankful for is not only, the kids and all that kind of stuff, but the person who I'm most thankful for is my wife. I am thankful for her patience.
Oh, I thought you were saying me.
I can be a handful. So I'd like to thank her for her patience. And, we have our hands tied in a lot of different things right now, you and I, and our plate is only getting bigger. So without the patience of our wives, I think it would be very hard for us to do what we do. So shouts out to them. Shouts out to you guys for tuning in and enjoying your time with us. Shouts out to you, my brother, and enjoy your holidays and all that good stuff.
Sir. You as well, sir. Have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Eat what you can tomorrow. Don't go do nothing stupid if you're going out shopping Friday. Just remember, guys, it's only materials. Y'all can buy new shit all the time. Your bodies can only be fixed so many times. That kind will get here everywhere. What? That kind of talk will get. Come on now.
Come on now. Quit touching. Quit touching the mic. Quit touching the mic.
Hold the cord.
All right, so get out there, y'all. Enjoy what you're doing. Enjoy your family time. Enjoy your food. Enjoy your non-congregating.
No congregating, guys. Make sure you keep families below 25 or Karen's going to call.
I will be sure to show you the smoked turkeys as they go throughout the day.
And we might have something coming along in the beginning of 2021, like a little cookbook.
I'm working on it. I might have to start writing things down. I forget to write them down.
Yeah, you might want to. Damon, If I don't talk to you, which I know I will, have a happy Thanksgiving. Tell the family Uncle Dan said hey. And as we do every week, Damon, what do we do?
We keep Indy sporty. Gobble, 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 gobble.